season of stewardship, as we think about carrying through connection, I want to share with you about a church from the New Testament, a church in Macedonia that I think we can relate to their situation, and I think we can learn from what Paul has to say about them and be inspired by the way that they reacted to the situation in their own context. So this is from 2 Corinthians chapter 8. In the midst of a very severe trial, their overflowing joy and their extreme poverty welled up in rich generosity. For I testify that they gave as much as they were able, and even beyond their ability, entirely on their own. They urgently pleaded with us for the privilege of sharing in this service to the Lord's people, and they exceeded our expectations. They gave themselves first of all to the Lord, and then by the will of God also to us.
As Paul is telling the Corinthians about this church in Macedonia, you can feel all these contradictions that are surfacing in the message. They're going through a severe ordeal, a great trial, and yet in the midst of that, they're experiencing joy and poverty and generosity, and want to play a part in the ministries that Paul is telling them about. They are begging for a chance to be a part of what Paul is talking about, saying there's something that is powerfully going on. And they, the Macedonian church, has a chance to be a part of what God is doing, and they want to be a part of it. I think we're also full of all kinds of contradictions. We have this severe trial that we are all going through. Yet sometimes in the midst of our soul, we find there's this glimpse of joy. There is this desire to see beyond the affliction to what God is still doing in us and through us, and something within us that wants to be a part of something beyond the affliction, something that is enduring, something that God is at work about. And I think that's what's happening here in our church. We're going through some hard times, and each of us is experiencing a different weight of pressure, responsibility, anxiety. And yet through it all, as we look to 2021 and this stewardship campaign, I think we're trying to invite people to have a courage of soul that wants to be a part of what God is doing. Even though it is hard, we yet take steps to discipline ourselves, to express our gratitude, find paths for generosity, and make a difference in the world. So thank you for all the ways that you are stepping into a pretty tough situation with courage of soul, trusting God to work in you and through you through the gifts that you give.
We are grateful for your partnership in the gospel. We are grateful for the ways that you are responding to God's invitation to participate in his work in the world during what is a very difficult time. We invite you to come forward this Sunday through either emailing or mailing your pledge cards in to say, I'm accepting God's invitation to participate in his work in the world here at John Knox Church. Thank you for your partnership, and thank you for playing this important role to bring joy and to bring hope to our local community and to the world through the work of Jesus Christ.